Arsenal City double header at the weekend.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
It was a good game, the women's game.
Very good.
Very tight, 4-3 to Arsenal.
I was on air, we kept having to go to it because kept scoring.
The goals were flying in. And then, of course, the men did their thing for Arsenal at the Emirates. There's a North London derby just around the corner at the Emirates. 50,000 tickets have been sold. That is sensational.
What a revolution.
Very well supported when they play at the Emirates are Arsenal's women. And just going to have a chat with two of their players now of Arsenal and England, Alessia Russo and Lotte Wubben-Moy. Good afternoon.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Hi.
You two have I was reading. You two are really old mates. You've kind of roomed together and went. Did you go to school together as well? But I mean, I know you've been mates for a long time.
I thought you were going to end at you two are really old.
Well, I don't know what makes us.
Yeah, we go way back. I think of Les as a sister to me, having gone to college together, but also having played through the youth age groups at England together. We go way back, don't we?
Mm. Yeah, we do. Been on the journey.
Yeah. And so were you pleased, like when Alessia finally joined Arsenal, because she was a few clubs before she kind of caught up with you?
I was delighted that she came to Arsenal. She's a true gooner now, not only as a player, but also I think as a supporter sometimes. She's a great person to have around, not only as a player, but also how wonderful she is. Yeah. I can't speak highly enough of her, even because she's sat next to me, I think.
Let's say that was a good win, wasn't it, the other day? It sort of keeps you in those Champions League places. But, I mean, I don't know, you're more concentrating, I suppose, when you're playing the game on winning it. But was a cracking game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game for a fan to play in. It was a little bit more intense, but yeah, it was important to get a win. Going to City away is tough, and they're a top side as well. So yeah, we won in different ways this season, and 4-3. There was lots going on in the game, but yeah, ultimately 3 points is what we wanted, and yeah, we took that, and it's put us in good stead going forward for the rest of the season. Yeah,
you scored, didn't you, Lottie? And I saw you do your celebration in British Sign Language. Is that something that you've always done, or are you learning it? How did that come around?
I actually met a young deaf girl called Izzy about 2 years ago. She left a massive impression on me, and since then, I don't score often, by the way. Since then, I've tried to, bring in the deaf community as much as I can. She told me to do a celebration once, which was like crossing my arms and smiling and doing like a wiggle, and now the sign for gunners in BSL, which is your thumb and index finger pointed up over kind of the Arsenal badge or over your heart, and tapping it. I'd say it's the new kind of badge tap, but in a cooler way, bringing in the deaf community and allowing them to be seen, and bringing them into the community that is football, and a beautiful community at that one.
Yeah, for everyone.
You did well to have the presence of mind to do that, because a couple of seconds before, you've been sort of wiped out. You went up for that header, and you said afterwards you got a black eye. How's the eye now, by the way?
The eye's not the issue. I feel like I've been hit by a train, if I'm honest. My back's a bit sore. I think adrenaline overcame me, and yeah, it's kind of like a tunnel vision when you go into that moment of scoring. And yeah, I had to bring in the BSL for Gunners.
Yeah, Alessia, Rennie Slager's now your full-time manager, of course. Took a while to get there, but she obviously got a lot of wins, through on the Champions League and that sort of thing. Did the gap affect you at all, or were you all just behind her straight away anyway?
No, as soon as it all happened, it's tough. I mean, I've been in a club before when a manager's gone through a change, and ultimately we had Renee before, so we all knew what she was about and what she was capable of, and we kind of just all got on board early days, and we knew that we all had a job to do, and we were all kind of on this same mission, and we knew that we could perform better. We knew that we were disappointed with the results before. And we just kind of grouped together, took accountability all together, and then have just been on this journey ever since, really. And yeah, she's instilled lots of different things in us, while keeping it very similar to what we had before, which is quite unique. But yeah, she's been great, and I think you can see it in our faces on the pitch and in and around the squad at the moment. Everyone's really happy and working really hard.
Now, Alessia, it's not often that a team scores 4 when you're on the field and you don't score one of them. You were first on hand for quite a lot of the celebrations, I noticed. But, I mean, I know you're going to say it's all about the points. We don't care who scores the goals. But does it smart a little bit? Yeah. You would have liked to have scored, wouldn't you?
I'd always have liked to have scored, but winning is important and the most important thing. Going away to City, a tough place to go, top side. We needed to win, and I don't care how we do that. And yeah, I'm a forward. I want to be scoring and involved in all the goals, but got this girl to score big headers instead. Yeah. So we've got such a massive squad that anyone can step up in their moment.
Lotte, one of the City goals was a penalty, and even in real time, to be honest, it didn't look like it was inside the box, and there was no continued sort of the tackle didn't continue inside the box. Really, probably with VAR it wouldn't have been. How do you both feel about VAR in women's football? Emma Hayes said a few times when she was sawn off as the Chelsea manager, she felt it should come in, but you watch men's football at the top level and you do often think careful what you wish for. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I think VAR as a whole sort of tries to clean up a lot of maybe mistakes that a human can make, and like all referees, they are human, so there are going to be moments and nuances that they miss, but I think from a wider perspective, having VAR is obviously a big investment for the clubs to make, and I think the reality in our league is that not all stadiums are equipped for it. So in order for it to even get to that level of saying yes, we need VAR, actually we need to look at the bigger picture and look at the investment as a whole. Obviously, us as a club, Arsenal, we've just sold 50,000 tickets for a North London derby. That's all well and good, but there are lower clubs in the league that are unable to do even 3,000 spectators in the stadium, let alone have VAR. So I think it's a nuanced question, but I think in an ideal world, yes, we would have VAR.
That's the problem, Alessia, isn't it? You can have it at the Emirates or wherever, but you can't have it at Boreham Wood, you can't have it at Brisbane Road. It's just too expensive at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's tough. It's weird for us in our league because you go from 1 week playing in front of 50,000 people to the next week playing in front of 1 or 2, and yeah, we're very aware of where our game's at, and we're just trying to keep pushing it. And I think us as a club is what we can control right now, and us as players, and that's what we're doing. And I really think that we're setting the bar and setting the standard for ourselves. But ultimately, we want it for everyone. We want this league to keep growing and keep getting better.
And finally, how are you both feeling about the Euros? Not far off now, is it, in Switzerland?
Big summer ahead. I think when you come into sort of tournament time, everyone is very dialed in. We've got an international period coming up with some big games against Portugal and Spain. So yeah, take it day by day, poco a poco, and see where we get to in the summer. It should be a good one.
Nice one. Well, good to talk to you both. Yeah. And tickets are still available.
Arsenal.com, you can grab your tickets.
That's right, still available.
On the Sunday the 16th of Feb.
Be part of a 50,000 plus crowd at the Emirates, Sunday the 16th Feb at 12:30 kickoff. Alessia, Lotte, thanks very much for joining us. All the best.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.